Now that was it. That was the end of the trails. And that's the end of this video. You guys all have a great day. Nah, I'm just playing. There's a reason why I actually showed this trail and the view of it and all the steps that contain in there, because I want to talk about a race that pretty much contains a lot of stairs. Race you probably haven't heard about, probably you have heard about. But as you see behind me, these stairs, about 35 to 40 stairs going up here, and that's not really, I thought this was bad, but that's not really too bad. If you run at a high schools track and you see the stadium stairs there, those are, if you got like 32 floors up, that's about 64 stairs, and that's not really too bad. What if I told you there was a race where you have to climb up 86 flights of these stairs, which total out to a whopping 1,579 stairs? Yeah, that's a lot of stairs. What race could I possibly be talking about? Well, you're about to find out.
I am talking about the Empire State Building run-up. It is, for the past 38 years, the world's oldest and most famous tower race. And it's challenged runners from around the globe to race up its famed 86 flights of stairs, 1,576 to be exact. While visitors can reach the top of the building in about under a minute via elevator, the fastest runners covered its 86 floors in about 10 minutes. And this is a really once in a lifetime bucket race. So if you get a chance to enter this race, good Lord, please take the chance and do it. And I'll talk about those chances in a minute. But before I get into those chances, let's talk about the history and the actual race. History about the Empire State Building. It was constructed in 1930. Grand opening was held in May 1st, 1931. It was one of the world's tallest freestanding buildings until 1967. Peter Milliken, if I'm saying his name right, if not, I'm sorry, you probably know who the heck I am anyways, bought the Empire State Building from Donald Trump for $57.5 million in 2002. And I misspelled millions wrong, should be with an S in there, my bad. And for the race, this race happened in February. The race is passed for the 2016 season. So the winners was, the male was Darren Wilson with 10 minutes and 36 seconds. And the female, Susie Walsham, who has won 6. This may be her 7th win in this event with 12 minutes and 19 seconds. And both winners are from Australia.
Okay, some general information about this race. This race is usually on the first week of February. It's a night race, and the reason why it's night because there's less workers there and compared to it being in the morning. But when you get up to that view of that rooftop, that night sky, I heard from people, is amazing. This is a lottery-based race. For those who not too familiar about lottery-based races, means it's pretty much a lotto ticket to get in. It's not one of the ones that, oh, I feel like doing this race, let's do it. Nah, you got to have a bid to get in there. Or you can go the other route through the charity event, which is through the Challenge Athletes Foundation, CAF, and go that way. And I'll explain the prices right now. If you do get a lottery pick and do get accepted into, it'd be $125. And if you raise $2,500 for through CAF, then that gives you a guaranteed entry into the race as well. Now, let's go to the odds of the lottery tickets and what are your chances of actually getting one of these tickets to enter this Empire State Building race? Well, according to Daily New York News, about more than 200 people entered this race. Now, there are 100 and something elites in this world. Let's just say 100 to make this number even better. So you got 100 elites in the world, and let's say the people who entered through the foundation, through the CAF and other foundations and paid the guaranteed entry, let's just say about another 50 to 75. Let's just say 50 to make this number even better. So we got 200 people. If over 200, let's say 250 to make this number even better. So let's just say there's 100 lotto tickets, 100 entries out there for you to enter. And according to Daily New York News, thousands of people applied, try to sign up for this. So you got 1,000 entries, 100 of them. You're probably thinking, okay, I got a 1 out of 10 chance of actually winning this entry. Awesome, that's great. But that's if that number was just 1,000. Now it said thousands. Now I'm not sure if that 1,000 meant could be anywhere from 1,000 to 9,000. It could be 10,000. It could be 100,000. Now, if 10,000 people enter, then your chances are 1 out of 100, which compared to, I think, Chicago, New York, don't quote me wrong, I really don't know the stats of there, that still may be better odds. But if we're talking hundred thousands, then your chances of winning is 1 out of 10,000. Those odds aren't really too good. So what I'm trying to say is there's a slim to none chance that you'll probably get one of these tickets. And if you do get one of these tickets, cherish it as a lifetime event and do the race, because it'll be a bucket off your list that most people in the world will say they did not get a chance to, unless you just happen to go to the Empire State Building yourself and just happen to run up the stairs just casually, willy-nilly. But to say that they actually did this race, it's an honor. If you're not an elite, or you don't get that guaranteed entry in, or you get it through a lotto ticket, that is an honor. Cherish that and do what you can to enter that race. All right, so usually how this race gets started is people start at the bottom of right before you get to the stairwell of the race. They'll start there. You'll have the PR people, you'll have the cameras, everyone's sitting there taking pictures and stuff like that. Ready, set, go, bam, they take off. It's a mad rush through the stairwell, and you just see them just start going to the top. Now, you're probably wondering, is there going to be problems with this race? Well, the reason why there's so limited amount of people doing the race, because, you know, it's in a stairwell. You can't really have can't have tens, thousands of people running up the stairwell, especially when it's inside a closed building, and oxygen could be a problem here, especially the higher you go up. So, you know, I think for safety reasons, they keep it to a limited amount like that. That's why I said if you get one of these tickets, oh my goodness, please take the opportunity and the chance to go, because it's one of those rare situations. So I'm here because I'm going to start training. I'll get some training going. I'm going to practice running up these stairs right here and show you guys really how they train. So let's get this started. My career for running to the top of these Empire State Stairs and getting that light ticket starts now. Ready, set, go. And just like that, it retired. But how do people really train for this race like this? For a race like the Empire State Building? You're about to find out.
To train for a race like this, you want to have pretty much to be running on stairs like these, and like this one right here. And these are the pictures on here are more exotic places, so pretty much your ideal place to be finding this if you live in an urban city would be perfect, because you want it in buildings like this. But if you don't have buildings like this, then where else do you go to find something like this? You can do stairwells in a hotel or in an apartment building. Now, one thing you do want to check while training is go to the top. Usually there's an elevator, like the highest floor you can get to where you have an elevator so you can get down, so you don't have to walk all the way down. And make sure that door can unlock from both sides, because if that door does not unlock from both sides, and it only unlocks from, you can only open it from the outside and not from the inside in the stairwell, you don't want to get all the way to the top and get stuck and realize the door doesn't unlock. So if you do this, bring a door jammer with you, one of these, just to put in the middle of the door so you can get in from this, so you can enter in from the stairwell to get to the elevator to go down and end your training that way. So other than that, that's the ideal way to train, and I'll talk a little bit more of other ways to train just in case you're not in these areas to train.
And there you have it. Those are the tips of how the elites train to get up there. Mainly ideal, you want to live in an urban area where you can run up those tall city buildings that have the huge flight of stairs and stuff like that. And if not, a supplemental will be your apartment complex with like 3, 4, 5 stories of buildings, or if you can get into a hotel or something like that, something with a stairway with a bunch of stairs, with a bunch of flight of stairs would be ideal. Now, let's say you live in a suburban area or a rural area, somewhere where there's not really too much stairs for you to go about. So how do you train for those instances and those scenarios if you do get a lifetime race into this? One of the situations you can do is hills. May not be the ideal race scenario, but hills. And the steeper the better, but hills. And I feel like those hills will get your legs going, even though not an ideal scenario, but it will get those legs moving, those legs going, and will at least benefit the training and supplement it for what you got prepared or what you got planned to going on to at least finish that race. And if you live in more of a beach area, then probably the beach sand, doing a huge hill of that up the sand dunes and stuff like that as well. That will also work too. If you got some good trails around your area that are like some probably you want to go is the higher the better. If you have rolling hills, then you got to work with what you got to work with. But anything that pretty much gets these legs prepared for what is about to endure, going up 86 flight, 1,579 stairs, whatever you can find. Now, if you do happen to go to a tall building, don't forget that door jamb, or make sure that the top of wherever you end up at the top of those stairs, that the door is unlocked, because you don't want to get all the way to the top and that door is locked and you got noodle legs, and it's going to be a pain to come back down. Or if you're running somewhere where you can get out that door well and take the elevator down, also a great way too. So if you are going to take the route of you running a tall building or a hotel or apartment complex and stuff like that, make sure that there's a way down. If not, then you're gonna have to do repeats where you're not running all the way to the top and having to tie yourself walking all the way back down. Maybe do like half of the flight, then come back down so you can get that time to rest, so you go back up there and do it again, so you're not too tired or don't have to take that many flights of stairs coming all the way down, because that's not a good scenario on those legs. But if you like what I got going on with this video, please click that like button. And if you like what I got going on and want to see more in the future, subscribe for future content. I'm trying to bring more of these races to you guys as they come along, as I research them and stuff like that. I really enjoyed researching this one. It was really fun to do, so expect more to come out. And my name is Neil. You guys all have a great